welcome to the Pixie Dream Vlog. I'm your host, Caroline Georges, and welcome. You know what? I'm resigning myself to the fact that COVID is going to be going on until the end of the year. And man, I cannot believe this shit. Y'all, I cannot fucking believe this shit. It's like a year, almost a year, locked in our homes, almost a year. I'm going crazy. I mean, look at my ponytail. I haven't brushed my hair in days. I literally, I don't brush my hair every day anymore. And I know that might seem kind of, I don't know, irrelevant to the catastrophe that's going on around the world, but still, like, I used to brush my hair every day. I used to, it's the little things. It's the little things. It's the fact that my ponytail looks like fucking dirt. I mean, it's the fact that, like, look at what COVID is doing to the world. Look at what this is, look what's happening. Look at my hair. Look at my fucking hair. Oh my God, oh, fuck my hair. Oh, Jesus. Look what happened. I haven't even shaved my armpits. And I'm getting fat, by the way. Yeah, like, I'm getting fucking fat, even though I'm walking like 6 or 7 miles a day. Like, I still look good, you know, obviously, but like, I'm getting, you know, I'm getting fat for me. I'm really plump right now. I'm really plump. And, yes, I'm very, very plump right now. Oh, ooh, I'm getting fat in quarantine. Yes, look at what COVID is doing. Look at look what's happening. Look at my hair. Look at my god-awful hair. I mean, it's always a little messy. It's always a little all over the place. I mean, I am a stripper, you know what I mean? I have to, like, I'm like doing that a lot, you know? It's like, when you're a stripper, you have to just, you know, flip your hair. You know, it's doing that a lot. Guys love it. Y'all love it. Hi. Y'all love hair moving around. You guys love this. Because you know why? It looks like we're fucking. It looks like this is how you look when you're fucking. Yep. Like this. Yes, and look at what has become of me. Look at look at this. It's the little things. It really is just the little things that are missing. All of these little things that are missing. And I'm even being able to make my own money, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, the government's been the best sugar daddy I've ever had in my life, but like, God, it's not my money. It's taxes. It's taxpayers' money. It's the white working class's money. It's you know, it's everybody's money. It's all the ways of the white working class. Everybody's working class. When you're working class, you're working class. But it is harder being black, I can imagine. And I'm sorry about that. I genuinely am. You know, when the George Floyd stuff started happening, I just texted all of my black girlfriends, and I just who were always very nice to me, you know, were always very supportive of me, even though I was different, even though I was sensitive, even though I was smart. Just these girls, these 4 girls, they were always really nice to me, and always just very, like, they just understood me so well. And they, you know, and also, like, I got whooped as a child. Like, I get that. Like, like, my mom, like I get PTSD looking at sheepskin slippers. I get PTSD, like, if I see somebody wearing, like, Ugg boots, I was like, when Ugg boots became popular, I was just like, like, all the time. It reminded me of the sheepskin slippers my stepdad used to beat me with. Well, you know what I mean, but it was discipline. I was a bad girl. Sorry. I haven't had sex since before COVID started, and the guy I was sleeping with before COVID, oh God, what an asshole. And then I didn't sleep with the guy I was dating, my boyfriend. I never slept with him. I just, yeah, I don't know. I'm always managed to talk my way out of it. Because I'm a stripper. And I'm a very good stripper. And he was rich and he was stupid and he was my perfect victim. And maybe I should stop complaining about him. Maybe I got what I deserved with how, because he was an asshole at the end. He was a total asshole at the end. And I'm mad at him for being an asshole at the end, even though I was using him. Even though I was just using him. But I don't know, my logic is that you marry somebody boring. When you settle down, you marry somebody who's boring. And then that's who you have stability with. So I was like, okay, well, he's boring. So I guess he's my soulmate, and I'm supposed to marry him and be bored with him. But I would have comedy. I would have had comedy, so I wouldn't have been bored. I would have just had a boring husband. Like so many other women, I'm not too good for it. You know what I mean? That's something I know about myself. You know what? I'm not too good for that. I'm not too good to not have to marry somebody boring, to have a stable life, to have a stable married life, to have a stable family. I'm not too good for that. But could you just imagine just being married to somebody really exciting? Wouldn't that be amazing, just to be married to somebody really exciting? Somebody really interesting. Somebody really funny, you know? Wouldn't that be great? But that would be pretty great. But we'll see what happens. Nobody gets the life they really want, you know. Nobody gets, what I mean is nobody gets everything that they want. And I'm okay with that. I'm brave. And I'm strong. And I'm okay with that. I know I want to be a wife. I want to be a wife like somebody wants to be a CEO. I want to be a wife like, I don't know. Because if you're somebody's wife, you are like a CEO. You're a CEO to a man. You're CEO to a man. You know what I mean? This is my thing. I do believe in traditional like hierarchy or traditional structure in marriages. I do. But like, you know that saying, the man is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck. You know what I mean? The woman is the neck. So if a guy is the head of the household, then the woman can, you know, make the head do anything that she wants it to do. You know what I mean? The woman is the neck, and the man is the head. But what can the head really do? You know what I mean? When the woman wants to go this way, the man has to. The woman wants to go that way, the man has to. So it's really whatever I want to do. When I get married, the man that I marry will have to do everything that I want. Or maybe I'll just genuinely want everything that he wants, and we'll work as a team towards the same goal. You know what I mean? That's what a marriage is. That's the dream. That's the American dream. The nuclear family household. It's a beautiful thing, the nuclear family household. A mom, a dad, or, you know, a dad and a dad, a mom and a mom, and 2 children. The perfect family. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm like in quarantine, I'm going insane. I'm going insane. Look at me. I don't know, I woke up this morning, I just did like stripper makeup for some reason. Well, I didn't put any on any, I just have moisturizer on. I know, I'm pretty without makeup. But, yeah. I wish there was something happening. I guess that's why people are getting canceled, is because nothing, it's just still waters. And that can be so unnerving and scary. Like, you feel like something's gonna happen. So I guess canceling people, it's kind of like a way of, you know, causing a ruckus. You know, is it good for morale? Like, is it really good for morale when we can just all come down on one person like Ellen? Oh, poor Ellen. I don't know. I don't really feel sorry for her. I don't know what she did. Everyone's very angry with her, but I don't know what she did. So, I don't know, but it's like, I'm like, but yeah, fuck you, Ellen. You go to hell, Ellen. You know what I mean? Like, but what did she do? And is it her fault? I mean, like, was she the one doing it? Like, I mean, yeah, I've heard rumors that Ellen's kind of a B word, you know, but still, like, I don't know. I'm a stripper. I've met some bitches in my day. Trust me. Ooh, I've met some sociopaths. I've met girls that drug them without their consent. See, that's my thing. Whatever I've done that's so wrong, and, you know, one thing people don't know about me is that on some level, I'm very libertarian. On some level, like with drugs, I'm very libertarian. With sex work, I'm very libertarian. With businesses being able to serve and sell alcohol, strip clubs being able to serve and sell alcohol, I'm very libertarian. I don't know, nobody's right and wrong. Everybody's right. I don't know. But only Jesus was, I think, in my opinion, being the good Christian girl that I am. I love saying that, even though it's not very true. I'll never be a good Christian girl. I'll never be one. So I might as well, that's why I don't feel bad being a comic. That's why I don't think that I'm I'm sinful being a comic. Oh my God, I got my first, I got yelled at for the first time at a comedy show for a joke. I got yelled at, this bitch, this girl, no, she's not a bitch, she was very upset. I triggered her. So this is what happened. Okay. It's my crowning glory. It's my masterpiece. It's a big highlight, it's a staple, it is a milestone in my career. I got called a cunt by a feminist who said that I wasn't funny for telling a joke. That was actually very funny. This is what happened. So, I was doing a joke about anal rape. And there was this girl right in front on her phone, just like on her phone, right? Ignoring me. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like, excuse me, I'm slitting my wrist and bleeding all over the audience in order to tell this horrifying story about how I was anally raped while making it fucking hilarious. And this bitch, she's on her fucking phone. So I thought to myself, no, this is wrong. She should not be on her phone. I should be heard by her. She should hear me. She's a woman. And I'm another woman. And by the look of her, she was very clearly, obviously, a feminist. And I think I knew her a little bit, and I knew that she was kind of a feminist. And so I went over to her, and I said, oh, look, I'm telling this story about how I was anally raped. And look at this bitch on her phone. I guess this doesn't concern her because she's too ugly to get raped. And everyone laughed and laughed, and they thought I was the most hilarious comedian they've ever seen. It killed, right? And so I go over to my friends. I was with my friends. Again, you know, my friend Chelsea was there, actually. She's one of my token black friends. Or, I mean, they're not, I don't know, maybe I can't relate to Chelsea because she's black, but she's my friend, and she's a woman. You know, and just because of those two things alone, I relate to her so much. I do. And so I went over to Chelsea, and I was talking to Chelsea, and Chelsea like said that joke about the rape thing. Whoa. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then the woman came over to me and she said, hey, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. Aren't you a feminist? And I said, no, I'm not a feminist. And then she said, well, you're a cunt. And then I said, how dare you? I'm not a cunt. You're a cunt. And then she says, no, you're a fucking cunt. And then I said, fuck you, bitch. Go away. Get away from me. And then that's when my friend Alex stepped in and he pulled her away from me. And then Chelsea pulled me away from her. Was I wrong? I mean, was I in the wrong? Did I say something wrong? It's comedy, right? And maybe even though she was too ugly, you wouldn't think she would get raped with a mug like that. This comedian, I mean, maybe she was raped, and maybe I did something horrible by saying that. I don't know, but it was a joke. It was meant to make people laugh, and it did. So, I don't know. But Chelsea said that she thinks that I was wrong and that I should apologize. And that's what friends are for. And I don't know, I just like, why do white people say I have a black friend? Oh, I have black friends. You know what I mean? Why do they say that? Like, I mean, maybe it's just like, if you say you're not racist, then, you know, statistically speaking, with the way things are in America, and I mean, more so for me, I mean, like, you should have lots of black friends. It's America. There's lots about black people in America. You should have lots of black friends. It's America. You don't have one black friend. Like, if you don't have any black friends, then you're probably racist. That's probably an indicator that you're probably racist. If you don't have black friends that you're close with, that you talk to, whose emotions and vibes and energies you're experiencing all the time when you're with them, you know. You know, and I have to say, I love dating black men because black men understand me a lot. They get it. They know what it's like. They know. Whenever I talk about my experiences being who I am, they always seem to understand very well how I feel. So yeah, I'm sure there's parts of me that are definitely racist. I don't know. But what I do know is that I try very hard not to be racist. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend anyone who is black. I don't want to offend anyone who is Asian. I don't want to offend anyone who is Hispanic. I don't want to offend anyone or make those people feel any less than because of their race. I don't want that. I do not want that. So maybe, can I just say like that? Like, I don't know if I'm racist or not, but I know I would never want to make anyone feel badly or feel less than or feel insecure or feel their self-esteem lowered because of their race. I would not want to see that happen. You know? And I date people because of who they are as a person, and I've dated black men because of who they were as a person, and also because they are very attractive. But still, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I texted my black friends and I just said I wanted to show them support. I don't know if that was the right thing to do or not. I don't know if that was pandering. I don't know if that was performative. I don't know what that was. But I knew it was the right thing to do. And I knew that it was something nice to do. And so that's why I did it. because I thought it was something nice to do. And so I texted my friends, my 4 black female friends, and I just said something to the notion of, thank you for always being so supportive of me. Thank you for checking in on me when I was going through a hard time. You know, just really affirmed everything that they've done for me in my life that has made them a good friend to me. And just tell them I'm so sorry if you have ever been made to feel less than because of your race, and that if I could take your place, I would. And I'm still on a soul-searching kick in my life that I don't know myself too well as a person. No, I don't know myself well enough to know, like, was I doing that for me? You know what I mean? Was I doing that to make myself feel like the good white savior? You know? Was I doing that for me? Or was I doing that genuinely because I want to make my black female friends who are, you know, seeing a lot of horrifying things happening around the world that's against them because of the way they look? I like to think that that was for them, and that did something for them and their self-esteem and their self-worth, that I did that. I like to think that that helped in some way while they were experiencing what they must have been experiencing. Yeah. But if we didn't have black women, we wouldn't have Beyonce. But you know what? I say fuck Beyonce. I think Solange is much better than Beyonce. Oh my God, there was like this funniest joke. I don't know why. There was this comic, and like, he had like this, like, he's like, is it racist if I called my black fiance Beyonce? My black fiance? It was just like the most ridiculous joke. And he was like, my fiance thinks it's racist that I called her Beyonce, but she's my black fiance. She's my Beyonce. I don't know why. Maybe I'm racist because I'm laughing at that. Maybe I'm racist because I think that's really funny. I don't know why. It was just the way he said it, the way he looked. Just like, I don't know. It was just Beyonce, a black fiance, is a Beyonce. Oh, like, I don't know. Is that racist? Yes, it's probably racist. I'm being racist. Excuse me. I'm not exactly lynching anyone. And you know what? Should lynchings be a thing again? Not for black people, but just for, like, you know, rapists. Should we, I don't know. There's just, what are we going to do about rape? What the fuck are we going to do about rape? I also wanted to talk a little bit about that because in the comedy scene, there's a lot of rape apologists. There's a lot of rapists, and there's a lot of rape apologists, and there's a lot of rape sympathizers. A lot. Kinda a lot. And I think it's symbolic of all groups within society. In churches, I think it's symbolic. I think that there are predatory men in churches who are I don't know. I think it goes all the way to churches. That rape is a problem. Rape is a huge problem. And so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've resolved myself to doing. It's not enough to call yourself a feminist. Fuck feminism. It's not enough. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. There's not even any ceremony to calling yourself a feminist anymore. It's not a label that means anything anymore. It doesn't mean anything. Feminism, it's Diet Coke pretending to not be bad for you. You know what I mean? That's what feminism is. It's Diet Coke. It's convenient. It's guilt-free. Guilt-free. but it has fucking aspartame, and aspartame gives you cancer. Feminism is cancer. It is. It gives you a free pass to be an asshole and blame everything on men. That is men, it's white men, it's straight white men that are doing everything wrong, and I'm not. I'm perfect. I'm Marsha Brady because I'm not a cis white man. I don't do nothing wrong. That's not true. That's not fucking true, feminism. And it leads women to believe that that's true. And I know that because I was led to believe that that was true. That I was good and perfect and holier than thou because I wasn't a cis white man. We are beyond feminism. I am no more a feminist than I am a suffragette. It's outdated, it's old, it doesn't mean anything, it's silly, and it's just, we don't need it anymore. Now, we need to be sexual assault and prevention advocates. And we do this partake in your community this way. You befriend young female comics, young female entrepreneurs, young female actors, young female models, young female photographers. I don't care who. I don't know who you are or what you do. Young female nurses, whoever. You become a big sister, just like big brothers and big sisters. You become a big sister to those women. You meet them, you befriend them, and you mentor them on how to protect themselves when abuse occurs. You tell them, okay, like Eddie in the copy room, he's a little predatory, stay away from him. That kind of thing. And you talk to them. You talk to them and you tell them everything that you know, and you warn them and you educate them. That's what you do. That's how we're going to stop rape from happening. Women, we need to start mentoring, advocating, and protecting ourselves because men are not going to do it for us. Are they? Have they? No, they're not going to do it. We have to do it for ourselves. That is what feminism is if it was anything. Women doing it for themselves without the help of a man. Women, we can stop and prevent rape from happening if we just roll up our sleeves and befriend young female whatevers, whoever they are, just mentor younger women. Mentor younger women, less experienced women, yet less worldly women. You don't have to be your best friend. You don't, I'm not, you know, I'm taught, like when I meet girls, I just basically, this is what I do. When I meet young female comics with no power, no connections, you know, I just talk to them, get to know them a little bit, and then just ask them, like, has anything ever happened to you in comedy? You know what I mean? And then they'll say, yeah, this one guy sent me weird DMs. Oh, this one guy, oh, he like tried to touch my butt at a mic or something like that. You know what I mean? You just, you know, okay, cool. This is my advice. This is what I've been through in comedy, and this is what I suggest for you. This is what I want you to know about comedy. This is from what I know about comedy. I want you to know this information about comedy too, you know? Tell it like it is. Explain everything. Don't be alone with comics you don't know. You know, you know what I mean? Just little things like that. Be careful. Trust your gut. Know that there's a lot of predatory guys in comedy. That kind of thing. That's what I'm doing. That's what women need to start doing. Advocacy and awareness. And you know what? I think by practicing this and applying this and being accountable by doing this, I think women will realize, like, if an older black woman befriended a younger white woman, she can explain to her about race, educate her about race issues, and that sort of thing. It's a great way for us to stay educated. It's a great way for us to stay aware. It is a great way for us to stay, I don't know, like woke or whatever. It is a great way for us to do that by just talking to each other and mentoring each other. and influencing each other. And you know what? Men could probably start doing this too. It's not gay to do this, men. But start, mentoring younger men. You know what I mean? Honestly, I feel like men already kind of know to do this. The reason why I'm saying women need to start doing this is because I've seen men do this. Men do this. Male camaraderie is a beautiful thing. I am in awe of male camaraderie. Women need it. If we're going to start protecting ourselves from being raped, then we need to start doing it too. We need female camaraderie and mentorship and advocacy. So men, this is what you should do. Say, a lot of guys experience domestic violence from their girlfriend. Tell guys, hey, if a girl ever starts hitting you, run away. Don't be with her. I don't care if you love her. You know what I mean? Like, things like, watch, and then educate them, and then, about toxic masculine things like, sexual assault and, and being disrespectful to women and, nagging women, catcalling women, educate and mentor. Advocate against things that are negative for women. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Again, I'm not a feminist. I think these are really common sense things. Again, I'm not a feminist. You know how women treat me? You know how women in comedy treat me? So many women in comedy? Because I'm a stripper? You think I'm a feminist? You know how I've been treated by feminists because I'm a stripper? God, y'all, I'm not a feminist. I'm just against rape. I'm just against sexual assault. I'm just against sexual harassment. I'm just against abuse. I am just against abuse. Isn't that fair? Isn't that reasonable? And isn't that right? And isn't that something we can all agree on? That abuse cannot and should not happen, and we need to take every step possible forward to make sure it doesn't happen. Because it has happened, and it's happened a lot to me. And statistically speaking, strippers, sex workers, and the like experience sexual violence 7 times the amount of the average woman. And that's been very true in my life. I think I've experienced sexual abuse 7 times more than the average woman. So please take it from me. No one came into my life to mentor me. No one came into my life to tell me what's what. No one came into my life to help me. Women never came into my life to help me. That's not true. Women have. A few women have. And that's made a world of difference in my life. And that difference needs to be made in the lives of so many young women with no influence, with no power, and with no education of how the world works. And it is a man's world, and we need an education on how the man's world works. Because if this wasn't a man's world, 1 in 3 women would not be sexually abused within her lifetime. It's a man's world, and women need to start protecting each other. Well, that's all I have to say about that. Anyways, like and subscribe and share. I'm your host, Caroline Georges, and thank you for watching. COVID. It's going to be okay. That or it's not, Who knows? Maybe we're entering World War III. Still single. Okay, anyways, like and subscribe and share. Bye.